Hello, it's Marion from Scotland, and I'm hoping to help Martha, who's been giving you some information about punctuation. Punctuation, big word, isn't it? But it's how we make sense of our sentences. It's the way we put pauses and tell people we're stopping, and it's how we ask questions. So I'm just going to give you one or two very simple things today because I think that Martha is giving you a big lesson, and so I'm just going to help a little bit because punctuation is how we make sense of our sentences. And the first way we do that is to use a full stop. Just one little dot that stops a sentence. And we have to put one at the end of every sentence. See, there it is there, a full stop. It shows that our thought is complete. Full stop. Because when we have an idea, we put that idea into one sentence. When we finish that sentence, that idea, we tell people when we're writing. Just as we pause, we make a big pause when we're telling somebody a story. I've made a pause there. That, when you write it, would be a full stop. Okay? So, it's the way that we give a sense of an idea being done. We have finished with one idea. We're now going to move on to another one. Our thought is complete. We're now going to have another idea. Now, sometimes we put more than one idea into a sentence. So how do we show that those ideas are different? We use another piece of punctuation. The full stop still goes at the end of your sentence, but we make little ideas with commas. Commas. Now, let me show you this. The comma, that's that little squiggly thing. We put those into the sentence to show that we have different ideas. So, an example is Martha is wearing a t-shirt, comma, jeans, comma, and a nice pair of shoes. Full stop. So we have three ideas there. We could have said in three separate sentences, Martha is wearing a t-shirt, full stop. Martha is wearing jeans, full stop. Martha is wearing a nice pair of shoes, full stop. But that's very clumsy. We don't say that. We put it all together and we use commas to show, just as we would in speech, where we draw breath. Martha is wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and a nice pair of shoes. Full stop. So, Martha is wearing a t-shirt, comma, jeans, comma, and a nice pair of shoes, full stop. And I'm sure that all of you are wearing nice shoes as well. Comfortable shoes, that's what I go for. Put it into one sentence and put commas between each of those separate ideas. Clever, isn't it? Now, I'm just going to do one more piece of punctuation. I think I'll mention that there are other things because did you see there where I said example and I went 2 dots? That is called a colon. A colon. Now, we'll come to that, and I'm sure Martha will explain it. But when we put a colon, it means we are going to put something pretty important after it. We're going to tell you something very interesting after we have put that colon. It could be a list, like the t-shirt, the jeans, the nice pair of shoes, or it could simply be one very special piece of information. But it's going to tell you something that is important. So keep that in mind for the future. Colon, colon, 2 dots, 2 dots. But let's stick for the time being with 1 dot, the full stop, the end of our idea, and the commas that show us that we have several ideas in one sentence. The other important one that we'll do just now is the question mark. We all ask questions, don't we? That was a question. Questions are how we get information, and every time we ask a question, we put a question mark, that funny little squiggle with a dot under it. It shows that we want some information. Now, my example, remember we've got that colon with the 2 dots, something important, a very important question. Is Martha wearing a t-shirt or a sweater? Question mark. Am I wearing earrings that are blue or earrings that are red? I'm wearing blue earrings. The question is, what colour are my earrings? What colour is my sweater? These are questions and they need a question mark at the end of the sentence instead of that full stop. When you do the question mark, you only put the question mark, no full stop. That's for just an ordinary sentence, but for a question, you put a question mark and you make it very clear to the people reading that you are asking something like, what colour are Marian's earrings? Or is Martha wearing a t-shirt or a sweater? Okay, so simple. Full stop, comma, question mark, question mark. Martha will show you how. Now, you've seen that when you have one idea, you put that into a sentence and then you put that full stop. But sometimes we build sentences, we make them longer, because as you saw with the Martha is wearing a t-shirt, Martha is wearing a whatever, Martha is wearing a pair of shoes, we have to build the sentence. Now, to do that, we need bricks. Those bricks are called something quite special. They're called joining words, and there's a very posh word for that, and it's a conjunction. It's a conjunction. But let's forget about that just now. A joining word. To build a sentence, we need joining words. They're just like bricks. When we're building a house, we need them to put things together. We put our ideas together. So let's have some examples for that. Some building blocks, okay? And, as well as, so. So you can build your sentence by putting those words in between your ideas. For example, I have avocados and tomatoes. Instead of saying, I have avocados, I have tomatoes, you say, I have avocados and tomatoes. I ate relish as well as nshima. I ate relish as well as nshima. So instead of saying two sentences, I ate relish, full stop, I ate nshima, we say, I ate relish as well as nshima. And these are joining words. And, as well as, and here we've got a so. I had no cabbage, so I cooked pumpkin tops. Now you could have done I had no cabbage, full stop, I cooked pumpkin tops. But you're telling people there was a reason why you were doing this thing. So you put a so, a joining word. I had no cabbage, so I cooked pumpkin tops. Sometimes the ideas we have are not positive, like, and so I did something. They're kind of negative. Martha will explain more. Here we've got some kind of different kind of joining words. But, because, and yet. But, because, yet. How do we use those? Again, we're making one sentence out of two ideas. I wanted to work, but I was sick. So two ideas in one sentence. Joining word, but. I wanted to work, I was sick. So we put it together. I wanted to work, but I was sick. I went to work because I needed the money. I went to work, I needed the money. Why did I go to work? Because I needed the money. We all do that, don't we? I took Panadol. I still feel ill. We get that joining word to make one sentence out of two. I took Panadol, yet I still feel ill. And look what I did there. I put a comma in there because these are two separate ideas, and sometimes that comma helps us to understand that. but at the end of them all, we have full stops. Now, I am very sure that Martha has given you lots more ideas, but I hope those have helped, and I'm missing everybody. Greetings to everybody, and I hope that we can speak again soon. Martha will tell me what I have to do, what information she wants me to give you. So it's been good talking to you, and go and do those sentences and join them all together with those building words. Bye! Zikomo!